Hi, I'm Miss Hannah from the Highland Park Public Library, and welcome to Library in Your Living Room. Today I'm going to show you how to make squishy soap. Squishy soap is super fun to make and really fun to play with, and also since it's made of soap, you can use it to clean up. So here are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of liquid soap, doesn't matter what kind of soap, and 1/2 teaspoon of oil. I'm going to use vegetable oil today, but you could also use olive oil, or if you have an essential oil that's good for skin, like tea tree oil, that would work too. Now before you start this or any other kind of project, be sure to get permission from a grown-up or ask them to help you out. So we're going to be working with different solids and liquids today. You might be wondering what the difference is between a solid and a liquid. The basic difference is that liquids will change their shape based on what container they're in, and solids will not change their shape. So if you have a glass of water and you pour it into a bowl, the water is going to morph and have the same shape of the bowl that it's in. And then if you pour that bowl of water into a jar, the shape is going to morph again, and the water will be jar-shaped. Solids, on the other hand, don't do that. If you put a banana in a bowl, it's going to be banana-shaped. If you put the banana in a jar, it'll still be banana-shaped. So that's your basic difference. In today's project, the oil and the soap are going to be our liquids, and the cornstarch is our solid. So we're working with both liquids and solids. When we're all done, do you think we're going to have a liquid or a solid? I have no idea. So let's get started and see what happens. All right, so first I've got my 1/4 cup of cornstarch. I'm going to dump that into a bowl. It's kind of stuck inside the measuring cup, so I'm going to scrape out the rest with my finger. Next, I'm going to grab some soap, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of liquid soap. And I've seen this done with like shampoo, with hair conditioner. Today we're going to use body wash. So basically any kind of soap that comes in a liquid will work. You'll want to make sure that it smells good though, because you want your soap to smell nice when you're all done. All right, so that's 1 tablespoon. And again, I'm just going to scrape out the measuring spoon with my finger to make sure we get all of it. And then 1 more tablespoon. And it is really hard to measure this so that it doesn't like spill out the top of your measuring spoon, so be very careful when you're measuring your liquid soap. And then the last ingredient is oil. And like I said, this is ordinary vegetable oil, but you can mix it up and use a different kind of oil that's good for your skin. We're going to do 1/2 teaspoon here. Okay, and then I'll scrape out with my finger, make sure we get all the oil in there. All right, now we're going to stir with a spoon. So you'll stir this for a couple of minutes and make sure that everything is together in almost like a big ball. Depending on how well you did your measuring and also like what kind of weather it is outside, you might have to add a little bit more cornstarch or a little bit more oil. This is actually coming together really nice, but the last batch I made was way too sticky, and I didn't like the way it felt on my hands. So if your soap is too sticky, add a little bit more cornstarch and stir it in to make it drier. And if the mixture is too dry and it won't come together in a ball, add a little bit more oil to make it more mixable. All right, so that is basically how it'll look when it's all done. Mine's a little bit sticky to the touch, but I kind of like it a little bit sticky. Again, if it's too sticky for you, just add some cornstarch. And here is a batch that I made a little bit earlier that's a little bit drier and really fun to play with. So you can put it in different shapes. You can roll it in between your hands and make like a rope. So what do you think? Is this more like a solid or more like a liquid? I think it's kind of both, because it'll kind of keep a shape, but after a while it'll kind of start to ooze. All right, and then when you're all done playing with this, you can store it in a plastic bag to make sure that it doesn't get too dried out. And you can also use it in the bathtub to make washing up a lot more fun. All right, so that is all you need to make your very own squishy soap. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to check us out at our website, hplibrary.org, for more programs. And if you like what you see, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, I'm gonna go play with this squishy soap, so I will see everybody later. Until next time, stay safe and wash your hands.